Hi everybody and welcome back to Chapters Book Club. I'm doing chapters 10 through 13 of Gone by Michael Grant. Yeah, I have everything written down on a piece of paper. This is going to be my first book with this group, because the last book, Across the Universe, I couldn't read because my mother was in the hospital. So yeah, okay, so 10. 274 hours and 27 minutes. Quinn, Idilio, and Sam, they get into a brawl with Howard, Work, and um, Malik. Um, they don't really say why they're fighting, and it's just like basically, from what I took from that whole chapter, is that Work, well, they're fighting for power because everybody thinks Sam is the leader when he doesn't want to be the leader, and Work is the self-proclaimed leader. So Work thinks that Sam wants to be the leader, so they fight, and Sam is just protecting himself, and the others are fighting with him too. Um, so yeah, they're fighting, and then once they stop fighting, um, what do you call it? They take their golf carts away, and as they're leaving, I think it was Howard said about Phase FYZ, and it's the Fallout Alley Youth Zone, and yeah, that's pretty much what happens in Chapter 10 with Sam, Quinn, Ashford, and Adilio. And then in the same chapter, we cut back to Lena, and Elena woke up. She was sleeping, and she felt Patrick's wound, and there was just blood. There was matted blood, but there wasn't the wound there, like completely healed. And then she passed out again because of the pain. And then once she woke up, she looked at her arm and everything. Everything was completely healed. Nothing happened. And yeah, she was just like in shock. And she was like, she said that the vultures buried her for nothing because she healed and everything. And that was the last we heard from her in that chapter. And then we cut to chapter 11, which is 273 hours and 39 minutes. And as they're walking along to get to the power plant, they find two bikes, so two people on one bike, they sit in the handlebars and stuff. And once they get to the plant, they can't get over because there's a fence, so they do rock, paper, scissors to see who's going to hop the fence, and Sam loses that. So he hops it, goes in, and then he gets into there, and he finds a whole row of guns, and he goes to take one, but he stops himself, and he just sits there and thinks for a couple of seconds, like, should I, shouldn't I? And then like, he realizes that there's no need for the gun yet until stuff happens, which pretty sure that's foreshadowing the rest of the book, saying that something's going to happen when they're going to need guns. So there's that. Um, they once the rest of the gang comes in, they go to the control room, and there's little Pete sitting on the floor playing Pokemon on his Game Boy, which I thought was funny because I just grew up playing Pokemon on the Game Boy when I was a kid. Um, then they find a map, and the map is the nuclear power plant, which yeah, I'll show you it here. But it's a nuclear power plant with the big dome around it, and the nuclear power plant's directly in the middle, so everything is around it. Yeah, so I'll show you the dome. It's right here. Um, I lost it. Where'd it go? Nope. Here. Uh, the power plant's right in the middle there, and the dome is all around, and you can see it says up there, up here, the FAYZ. So that was that. Um, and then it, while they're looking at the map, you can see that it cuts right through the cliff top resort, and that's where they were in the last couple of chapters, where they seen the wall. So after that, we go to chapter 12, which is 272 hours and 47 minutes. and Mary, the one who's taking over that, taking care of the kids in the daycare center. She is like extremely tired, and she goes and she finds coffee, so she makes coffee, and one of the kids is crying after she makes a cup of coffee, and she walks over to the kid and she bends down to like see what's wrong, and the coffee spills all over the kid, and the kid just is hysterical, crying and screaming in pain, and Mary just freaks out and runs home, and then she gets in her house and she is debating whether or not to eat because we learned that she had a bulimia problem years back, and now she's on Prozac for that, and she eats a lot of ice cream, uh, ice pops, and some, well, not ice pops, like Dove, the chocolate bars that has like the chocolate shell around it and the vanilla on the inside. She eats them, and then she takes a jar of ice cream and puts it in, and then she melts it for like 20 seconds, and then she eats it, and then after that she binges. Well, she throws up, and after that she feels better, and then she runs in the kitchen, takes a big plastic bag and throws a whole bunch of food in there. She runs upstairs, gets not so towels and stuff like that, toilet paper. And then we cut back to Ashford, Quinn, Sam, and Adilio, and they're sleeping in the, well, they're not sleeping yet, but they try to sleep in the nuclear power plant. And Sam wakes up, and he goes into a room, and he knocks something over or something along those lines, and little Pete wakes up, and then he starts screaming, and Sam can't breathe. He feels like someone's choking him, and he shoots the light out of his hands again, and oh man, wait, I just messed up. Sorry. Once Mary goes back to the place, or goes back to the child daycare center, then that was the end of chapter 12. I think, or else I wrote this wrong. Chapter 13 is when they go to sleep in the nuclear power plant, and he wakes up and everything happens. And while he's choking, he shoots the light out of his hand, and that freaks them out, so they run. And wait, yeah, they run and they leave, and then Sam tells them the story about what he had this happen to him 4 times. Once when the girl with the fire in the building, once at home, well, twice at home, and then once now, so that's 4 times. He tells a story about his old stepdad, where he shot the beam of fire at his hand and it burnt his hand off. And then everybody else, they tell their story, like Ashford's little brother, he can like transfer people to different areas, and yeah, that's that. And then after that, they leave and they go walk back to town, and that's just That's basically the end of chapter 13. And yep, so that's my day. I hope I did a good job in doing this. Like I said, this is my first time being a part of the Chapters Book Club, and I look forward to reading this book because I really like it. I don't know why I held off on buying it. This is an amazing book. I just have one complaint. If you know me in real life, you know I hate the words bro or bra. That's just extremely annoying, and they use it at least 3 times in every page, and it's just so annoying. But other than that, the book is good so far. I can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait to read the rest of the series, and I just can't wait. So, thank you for watching, and um, yeah, leave a comment on how you feel about the book up till now and all that fun stuff. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye.